I want you to have that just in case.
My education was deficient. Hey everybody, it's Pastor Los, eager to be with you for another Gospel Unplugged. And for this edition, we've brought in the big guns. I am joined by my colleague, the Right Reverend
Pastor Kurt Kalland. Wonderful to be with you. I paid him to say that.
And we are talking about the wedding at Cana.
Yes.
A story only told in the Gospel of John.
Yeah.
And it is immediately after Jesus calling his disciples. Mm-hmm. And so it is really the first public, in a sense, public appearance of Jesus outside of talking with his disciples. So it picks up on the first verse of the second chapter of John's Gospel. St. John writes, "Now on the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, 'They have no wine.' And Jesus said to her, 'Woman, what concern is that to you and to me? My hour has not yet come.' His mother said to the servants, 'Do whatever he tells you.' Now, standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, 'Fill the jars with water.' And they filled them up to the brim. He said to them, 'Now draw some out and take it to the chief steward.' So they took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it had come from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, 'Everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine after the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now.' Jesus did this, the first of his signs, in Cana of Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him." So we have already talked about on a couple occasions in December and last week again that John's gospel is different.
Yes.
And this story, as I mentioned, is only in the Gospel of John. One other difference is that the last verse, Jesus did this, the first of his signs. We would call it a miracle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And John never uses that word.
Oh, wow.
Instead, he uses the word sign because for John, it does not matter what happened. What matters is what does it point to? And in this case, it points to who Jesus is. So it confirms the faith of his disciples. The servants know what's going on, where it has come from. And so this is the first, and John will organize the first half of the gospel around 7 signs, what we would call miracles, that Jesus does.
That's going to be on the final. Pay attention.
It
7
is going
signs.
to be on the quiz, yes. And each of those signs will reveal something, point to something important about Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of background, and then curious what you heard. But just real quick, if this can feel like an odd story to us because we don't often go to weddings that last a couple days.
Yeah, no doubt.
But that was the custom in the ancient world. It was a huge moment of celebration. It was extended family. It was community. I'm always, when it says Jesus' mother went, oh, that's nice. And Jesus, oh, they knew Jesus too. And his disciples. Really? They invited the whole gang. But it's a huge, huge affair. So that's one. And then the other is wine isn't simply to get the party going. Wine in the ancient world is a sign of blessing. It's a sign of abundance. And so when they run out of wine, it's not just a social faux pas. It is about the worst way you could start your wedded life together, your married life together, absent God's blessing. So anyway, all that as a little bit of background. What did you hear? What grabbed your attention? What got you thinking?
Well, how much time we got? First one was right away, on the third day.
Yes.
What happened on the third day?
Yes, absolutely.
Is John doing this on purpose?
John is absolutely
Ties the
doing this on
beginning into the
purpose.
end again?
Yep, third day is significant.
Exactly.
On the third day he is raised, and the third day he offers blessing.
New life. New life. And so my strange mind went, there's a wedding in Cana. New life. Life as you know is going to cease to exist because now I'm with someone else in my life. So I loved what he
You
did.
say that
there.
with such knowing experience.
Well, of course. Keep praying for Dawn, the poor woman. But it's that sense of, I never knew.
Nothing will ever be the same again.
Exactly. Well, and it's a positive thing for me. I mean, I outkick my coverage. Come on. But it's that, wow, life will be different. I can't just think about me. It's the other, right? And I loved how John did that, the new life. I also loved how Jesus' mom, right, comes and says, do whatever he tells you.
Yeah.
This is my boy. Have you met my favorite son?
Yeah.
This is my boy. And then Jesus' response is what? Woman. Have you ever called your mom just woman? Hello?
No. Dare I say
I would have had soap in the mouth for that.
He's getting a
one.
little lippy.
Yes. And then there's a part of me that wanted to have Jesus say, Mom, go to Al-Anon. Watch your own bobber. This isn't our deal. But no, Mom comes in, do what he says. I have huge faith in this guy. Just wait. The best is yet to come.
Super interesting exchange.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Where she already knows what her son can do. And so knowing the travesty that's unfolding for this couple that she cares about, she turns to Jesus to do something. He gives a very formal, if not a little lippy response.
Right?
And she takes it in stride, like, yeah, whatever. He said this before. Just do what he says. It is really funny. I have wondered, I don't know this, but I have wondered at times. So Jesus is my hour. That is a big deal in John also. There is a time and a place for the full revelation of God's grace in Jesus. It is not yet. It is on the cross, resurrection, ascension for John. So that's my hour has not come.
Which points to the first few words on this.
Yes, on the third day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like great things will happen. And last week when Nathaniel had this kind of epiphany or this moment of, you're the Son of God. And Jesus says, this is why you think that you're going to see greater things. They're starting.
Right
greater
here.
things from here
huge abundance.
all the way to the third day.
Huge grace-filled abundance right here. Love it.
Yeah, and I've wondered at times, the woman, is Mary no longer simply Mary, the mother of Jesus? Is she standing there for all women, all humanity? Ooh. Is that part of the formality?
It's a great
that
question.
In that moment, it is all who witness who are gathering. And so I know. Lot. You never know what's going on in John. There's always so much there.
Exactly. And there's part of me that says a mom and a son relationship is different than a mom and a daughter relationship, a dad and a daughter relationship, a dad and a son relationship. And, she's cheating. She's got the inside scoop already because that angel came and said, hey, I got a deal for you. And she says, I surrender. Of course, yes. Yeah. Great stuff. And that, how embarrassed do you think the bridegroom was? I mean, did you pay attention a lot at the reception of at your wedding?
I remember it all.
Do you really? There were parts going, now what's next? So the poor groom gets going, really? We ran out of wine? And here comes Jesus. So where do I go to when it's empty? Whatever that wine celebrates or signifies to you, where do you go when it gets empty?
I feel like you're verging into our first of two questions.
That is one of them.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go right there. Let's name it. First question.
Who do you go to when you need help? When you're at the low of low? Who do you go to? Where do you go? What do you do? Right? And then the other one you hinted at before we really got this whole thing going, the whole idea of abundance. Where have you experienced that abundance of grace, that abundance of blessings? Where has that been in your life? And how do you define that, right? Couple of things to think about. Awesome. What do you got, boss?
I've got those.
How much more time we got? An hour and a half or so? Oh. This could be another one that I need to do to go to that 12-step group called On and On and On. I don't shut up. This is so good. It's great.
There's always a lot in John. So we'll keep working on it and put our sermons together and share them. And my guess is to give me something about blessing. And you'll hear it. We'll see you at church.
Blessings. God bless you.